Good morning students. Today we have to see grade 6 computer science class. Okay. So today we have to see the lesson 1 computer fundamentals. Okay. We have to recall the lesson. Okay. So the revision class. So this is your revision class because the next week you have exams, no? So for that we have to give the revision of the lesson. Okay, you have to recall your lesson. Okay, so the first one is arrange the following list as the indicator. So your page number 10, they have a form, that is you have to arrange, that is an input device or output device. So on the top, that is in a pink color box, did you see the keyboard, printer, barcode reader, joysticks, headphones, plotters, monitor, projector, speaker and webcam. So these are and all what? Hardware device. So this hardware device is called a physical part of the computer. So the physical part of the computer is called hardware. So this hardware is divided into three categories. Yes. So one is input, process and output. So here we give some parts. So you have to arrange it whether it is an input device or output device. Okay, what is your first word? Keyword. That is keyboard. Okay, in the keyboard we have give the instruction to the computer. So user, we have to use the keyboard. So it is an input device. So it comes under the input device. The next one is printer. When we give the printer, it will comes in the hard copy. Yes, in a paper only. So the printer will gives the printout. So it is an output device. So printer is an output device. The next one, barcode reader. So it will read the code. That means that what type of item, what is the code of the item, what is the rate of the item, it can read by the barcode reader. So it is an input device. The next one is joystick. You end up playing the games, no, with the joystick. So it is also an input device. The next one is headphones. So we have to hear the sound. We hear the sound. So it is an output device. It is an output device. The next one is plotter. Plotter is also act as a printer. So it comes under which group? Yes, it comes under the output device. The next one is monitor. Monitor will shows what are the actions are doing in a system. So it is also an output device. The next one is projector. So it gives the screen, that is the presentation in the large screen. So it is an output device. The next one is speaker. Speaker also give the sound, no? So it is also an output device. The next one is webcam. Webcam, it will capture your face. Yes. So it is an input device. So it is an input device. So see, keyboard, barcode reader, joystick and webcam are input devices. Printer, headphone, plotter, monitor, projector and speaker and all output devices. Okay students, now we go for our next topic, that is our book exercise. So page number 11, the first Roman is tick the correct answer. So you have a choice. In that you have to select your answer. The first one is, which of these can executes billions of instructions per second? So we have a four types. Yes, one is micro, mini, main and super. So here executes billions of instruction. So which will act as billions of instructions will run? Yes, super computer will execute billions of instructions. The next one, ALU performs all the arithmetic and logic calculations and sends it back to the memory. Okay, it will send it back to the memory. So all the work done finished means it will send to the memory. The next one, which memory is also called the main memory? So which memory is also called a main memory? Yes, primary memory. The another name of the primary memory? Main memory, primary memory and internal memory. Okay, we have three names: main memory, primary memory and internal memory. The next one, which of this is a non-volatile memory? ROM is a non-volatile memory. Both read and write operations on the data can be performed on both. We can read the data and also we can modify the document, means that is called RAM. Okay, so billions of instruction will do supercomputer. Arithmetic, any calculation will done after the work is finished, it will give to the memory. And three names are there. One is main memory, primary memory and the another one is internal memory. We can ask like this, which memory, okay, they will give the options, which memory is also called the main memory? I will give internal memory, external memory, secondary memory. What is the answer? Here I didn't give the option primary memory. So what is the answer? Yes, internal memory. Which of this is a non-volatile memory? ROM is a non-volatile memory. Both read and write operations on the data can be performed on RAM. So it will performed on the RAM only. Okay students. Now we go for our next topic. Okay. The next one is filling the blanks. Okay, we have to fill the blanks. The first one, dash are generally used as servers and multi-user systems. So what is the answer? Mini computer. So mini computer sometimes act as a server and multi-user systems also. So mini computer can also act as a server and also multi-user system. Dash is used to read the characters printed at the bottom of the check using magnetic ink. What is the answer? Yes, MICR. What is the expansion of MICR? Magnetic ink character reader. So is used to read the characters printed at the bottom of a check using magnetic ink. Okay. The next one, the dash gets the instruction from the memory and executes these instruction. So which one get the instruction from the memory? control unit. Okay, in the control unit it will get the instruction and execute those instructions. The dash controls the operations within a computer's processor. So what is that? Control unit only will control the operations. Dash and dash are the two types of primary memory. What are they? RAM and ROM. Here RAM means random access memory and ROM means read only memory. Okay students, some of them you and all write RAM and ROM in a small letter. Okay, don't write like that Kana. RAM should be write in a capital letter only and ROM also you should write in a capital letter only, that is RAM should write in a capital letter. ROM also you should write in a capital letter only. Okay, the next one, dash contains can only read and cannot be changed. So the content should be read only. We can read the data but we cannot change any data. What is that? That is ROM. ROM, the data can be read but it should not be edit, that is modify. You cannot add anything, you cannot delete anything, you cannot update anything, that is ROM only. So mini computer are generally used as a server and multi-user system. So magnetic ink is character read, we have to magnetic ink character reader. So the control unit gets the instruction from the memory and execute these instructions. Controls the operation within a computer processor. The next one, dash and dash are the two primary memories, RAM and ROM. And ROM, the data cannot be modified. We can read only the data. So the ROM we have to say contents can only read and cannot be changed. Okay students, now we go for our next topic. The next one is match the following. Okay, the next topic is match the following. The first one is RAM. RAM, did you see? Param is one option, CPU memory is one option, secondary memory, arithmetic calculation, IBM is Z9, temporary memory, laptop and cannot be altered. So what is the RAM option? The option is temporary memory. Okay, temporary memory is the option. The next one is ROM. In a ROM, we can read the data only. We cannot modify, that we cannot alter anything. So the answer is cannot be altered. So the data that cannot be altered. The next one is mainframe computer. What will be the option? Yes, the option is IBM Z9 is the example of the mainframe computer. The next one is cache. Cache is what? CPU memory. In a CPU, cache is one of the memory. It is a high-speed memory. Okay, it is a high-speed memory. The next one is ALU. ALU means arithmetic and logic unit. It will do the arithmetic calculations. The answer is arithmetic calculation. The next one is pen drive. Pen drive means what? It is the one of the secondary memory. It is one of the secondary memory. The next one is supercomputer. So Param is an example of the supercomputer. The next one is microcomputer. That is laptop is the one type of microcomputer. Okay students, do you understand? Yes, now we will go for our next topic. Okay, students. The next one is expand this abbreviation. So we have to expand. So here the first one is IPO. Some of the students they have to write wrongly, Kanna. In a computer we have to say IPO is an input, process and output. Okay, students. I refers as input, P refers as process and O refers as a output. The next one is CPU. CPU means Central Processing Unit. Central Processing Unit. The next one is ALU. Arithmetic and Logic Unit. Arithmetic and Logic Unit. The next one is control unit. The expansion of CU is control unit. The next one is RAM, random access memory. R refers random, A refers access, M refers memory. The next one is ROM, read only memory. R refers read, O refers only and M refers memory. Read only memory. Okay, now we go for our next topic, student. The next topic is guess who I am. Okay, the next topic is guess who I am. The first one is I am a type of computer. You use me as a server. So sometimes the computer can be used as a server. So in the filling the blanks also we have to read this one. What is the answer? Mini computer. So mini computer sometimes it act as a server. The next one, I am another type of computer. You generally use me at a home. So in a home we are using a computer. For that computer name is personal computer and it is a microprocessor type computer. So the answer is microcomputer. The next one, you use me to print high quality prints such as maps and plotters. So big maps and posters we have to print. The name is plotter. So plotter is a printer which prints a map and a poster. The next one is I am a volatile memory. So RAM is a volatile memory. I am a secondary memory fixed inside the CPU case. What is that? Hard disk. So inside a computer also one hard disk is there. Okay, students? Okay. Now we will go for our next topic. The next one is answer the followings. Okay, so now we have to read the answer the following questions. Okay, your first question is explain the working of a computer. So the working of a computer. Okay, so it has a 3 stages. Yes, input, process and output. Now we will see. Okay. A computer takes the data as an input, processes it according to the given instructions and then gives an output. So a computer takes as an input, for example 2 plus 3. We have to give the instruction. Process it according to the given instruction. What we have to say? We have to add these two numbers. Then it will produce the output. So working of the computer means a computer takes the data. Data means information. It will take the information as an input and it will process. Okay, it will do some action and then it will give as a output. So in a short, we can say that every computer follows a input, process and output. So all the computer follow these steps. So the IPO cycle has 3 stages. So in IPO cycle has 3 stages. I said no, it will follows the steps. Now see the first step. The first stage is called the input stage. So first stage is called input stage. The data and instructions are provided to the computer through input device. So we have to give our data through the input device. Example, in a keyboard we can type. In a barcode reader we have to scan. In a scanner we have to scan the data. Like that we have to get the information from the input devices. Okay, so we give the information to the computer. Okay, for example, keyboard, mouse, OMR, MICR and scanner are the examples of the input devices. That is your first stage. The second stage is process stage. The second stage is also called process stage. The processing the device, that is the CPU, carries out the instructions on the given data. So it will carry the instruction through. We have to give the input devices the instructions. No, it will carries the instruction. Example, CPU. The third stage is output stage. Okay, the third stage is output stage. The third stage is called the output stage. The output is produced after processing. The output is given out the result through the output devices. So example, monitor, printer, projector and plotter. So we have to type a document through the keyboard. Keyboard is an input device and it will do by some process inside the machine, that is called processor. Then when we take a printout, that is your output. So a computer having 3 stages. The first stage is input stage, second stage is process stage and the third stage is what? Output stage. So this is the working of the computer. I will show the image. See, input, process and output. Sometimes the process will go on the store the data. Okay, do you understand, Kanna? Now we will go for our next question. Our next question is, what are the components of the CPU? So what are the main components? Okay, in a computer, that is in a computer, there are 2 main components are there. Okay, there are 2 main components are there. The one is arithmetic and logic unit. The another one is control unit. We can, in a short form, we can say as a ALU or CU. Okay, ALU or CU. So the 2 main components of the CPU are arithmetic and logic unit and control unit. These 2 are the main components of the computer. Okay, students? Okay. Next question is, what is an LCD projector? What is an LCD projector? A LCD, that is liquid crystal projector. The expansion of L, liquid, C, crystal, P, projector, is attached to the computer and it displays the presentation on a large screen. Okay, so we can show, if you want to see a film, means by using this LCD we can project the big screen. We can show in a big screen. So a liquid crystal projector, that means a LCD is attached to a computer and it displays the presentation on a large screen. Okay, students? The next one is distinguish between RAM and ROM. The difference of the RAM and ROM. First, in a RAM, it stands for random access memory. So it stands for random access. That means the expansion of RAM is random access memory. Here it stands for read only memory. So here it stands for read only memory. Here it is a volatile memory and here it is a non-volatile memory. In this style, it stores the data temporarily lost when the computer is turned off. For example, while you are typing in a system, if the power is off means automatically the file will not save. So your data will be lost. If you save the data means it will secure. But if you didn't save the file means it will deleted. But in a ROM, it stores the data permanently and does not lose it even when the computer is turned off. Okay, it does not lose and it will save in your system. It is used by the CPU either to read data from it or to write data into it. That means you can modify the data. If you want to add anything or you want delete anything or you can alter anything, that will be possible in RAM. But in a ROM, it is used by the CPU to only read the data. So here you can only to read the data. Here we cannot modify or alter any data. So these are the difference between the RAM and ROM. The next one is how can computers be classified on the basis of their size and performance. So types of, generally if they have to ask, classify the computer means they have a desktop computer, laptop computer, palm top, tablet, roll top, like that. But here they said classified on the basis of their size and performance. So you have to say size and performance also, that is speed also. So here the computer can be classified on the basis of their size and performance are, first one is supercomputer. It is a large, that means billions of instructions we can execute per second. The next one is mainframe computer. The next one is mini computer. The next one is microcomputer. So these are the classification of computer. In the microcomputer, some subdivisions are there, that is desktop, laptop, PDA, that is personal digital assistant. The next one is tablet. The next one is roll top. Okay. So this desktop, laptop, PDA, tablet and roll top comes under the microcomputer. Okay. In a microcomputer, these are the types. Okay. So the computer can be classified on the basis of their size and performance are supercomputer, main computer, mini, micro. In a micro, we have a subdivisions desktop, laptop, PDA, tablet and roll top. These are the types of the computer basis on their performance. Okay, students. The next topic is expand these abbreviations. Okay, we have some abbreviations. Okay, we can learn. The first one is IPO. Already you learn. I refers input, P refers process and O refers output. Input, process, output. The next one is CPU, that is Central Processing Unit. CNTRAL, Central Processing, PROCESSING, processing unit, 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 central processing unit. The next one is ALU, that is arithmetic and logic unit. ARITH, arithmetic, METIC, arithmetic logic unit, LOGIC, logic unit. The next one is CU, that is control unit, CONTROL, control unit, UNIT, control unit. The next one is RAM, random access memory, RAN, random, DOM, access, ACCESS, access memory, MEMORY, memory. So the first one is IPO, input process output, CPU, central processing unit, ALU, arithmetic and logic unit, CU, control unit, RAM, random access memory. Okay, the next one is ROM, ROM, ROM. R refers read, O refers only, M refers memory, read only memory. The next one is SMPS, that is switched mode power supply. S refers switched, M refers mode, P refers power, S refers supply, switched mode power supply. The next one is PC, that is personal computer. PC refers personal computer. The next one is PDA, that is personal digital assistant, personal digital assistant. The next one is OMR, optical mark reader, optical mark reader. So ROM means read only memory, SMPS means switched mode power supply, PC means personal computer, PDA personal digital assistant, and OMR optical mark reader. Okay students, the next one is MICR, that is magnetic ink character reader, magnetic ink character reader. The next one is CD, compact disc, compact disc. C refers compact, D refers disc, compact disc. The next one is CD-ROM. So CD you already know, compact disc, and ROM refers read only memory. So ROM means read only memory. So C refers compact, D refers disk, ROM already you know, read only memory. The next one is CDR. Here CD the same, compact disc. Here R refers recordable, R refers recordable. The next one is CDRW, that is compact disc rewritable, compact disc rewritable. Okay students, the next one is DVD, digital versatile disc, digital versatile disc. Here also the same, DVD-ROM, that is digital versatile disc read only memory, digital versatile disc read only memory. The next one is DVD-R, digital versatile disc recordable. Then RW, rewritable. Okay. So DVD means digital versatile disk. If it will join ROM, read only memory. If R only means recordable, RW means rewritable. The next one is KB, that is kilobyte. KB means kilobyte. The next one is MB, megabyte. The next GB, gigabyte. TB, terabyte. So these are the memories. The next one is PROM. It is the subdivision of the ROM. Okay. PROM, programmable read only memory. PRO, program, GRAM, programmable, MMABLE, programmable read only memory. EPROM, that is erasable, programmable read only memory. Erasable, programmable read only memory. So MB means megabyte, GB means gigabyte, TB means terabyte, and PROM means programmable read only memory. The last EPROM means erasable programmable read only memory. The next one is EEPROM, that is electrically erasable programmable read only memory. Electrically we can erase the data. So electrically erasable programmable read only memory. The next one is USB, Universal Serial Bus. Universal Serial Bus. The next LCD, Liquid Crystal Display. Liquid Crystal Display. The next one is CRT, Cathode Ray Tube. Cathode Ray Tube. So EEPROM means electrically erasable programmable read only memory. USB means Universal Serial Bus. LCD means Liquid Crystal Display. CRT means Cathode Ray Tube. The next one is input, that is I/P means input, O/P means output, H/W means hardware, S/W means software. So IP input, OP output, HW hardware, and SW is the software. So these are the expansion of the whatever. That means in this lesson this much of expansions are there Kanna. Okay, so you have to read properly your periodic assessment 1. Okay, so for that you have to prepare very well students, and you have to write very neatly. Okay, write at the top date, which date you are writing test, that date you have to write. Then in a center you have to write the periodic assessment 1. Then start writing your test, and your handwriting must be very neat. Okay, so students are write not neatly, so please write neatly. Okay, you have a 1.5 hours time Kanna, so write neatly. Okay, so for your examination all the best Kanna. Read properly and write neatly. Okay, thank you students.